There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Good morning, and thank you for tuning in to TV8's Good Morning Vail for this Tuesday, March 22nd edition. This is a live shot of that I-70 corridor. You can see we're expecting cloud coverage and some flat light again this morning. So if you are getting out there, just be prepared for that flatter light out there. Evans alongside Kevin Shields, who we'll be checking in with in just a moment. But we've got a really fun show in store for you, as we're going to be introducing you to some great businesses throughout our community. And then, of course, like I promised yesterday, we're going to be talking about Kevin's incredible BMX career. And I just found a picture of him when he was 16 that we're going to show too, and kind of go through the steps and the journey that he has been on with his BMX career. Then we're going to be talking with Lori Barnes from the Vail Public Library. And then right now, especially, everyone is starting to feel a little bit run down. Maybe the burnout is just a little bit catching up, and maybe it's time that you check in with yourself and your mental health. Well, we've got Vail Mental Wellness coming in to the studio to give us some great information on some really fun programming that they're doing in a great series to just kind of help you relax a little bit and find that inner peace, so that way you're just like not hitting the burnout too hard, which is really important. And of course, then we're going to be giving you a look at that local weather forecast, lens of the day, a resort report, and just getting you in the know before you go with a new segment from us here at TV8. We're going to take it over to Kevin, who's going to give us a look at that local weather forecast, because I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited for some sunshine, and hopefully we'll see that soon. So let's take it over to Kevin.
Thanks, Maddie, for that. There's a lot going on here in the weather, and it is spring break, so we're taking a little break from winter, and those warmer weather temperatures are kind of coming around, but we're going to take a look at it with the Lamina weather coming up. If you want some premium jewelry, some cool museum-like fossils, Lamina Jewelry over in Vail is the place to go. Stop in, see their gallery and what they've got to offer. Getting up this morning, it's going to be 11 degrees. 28 degrees is going to be the high today, but there is a 50% chance of snowfall coming in. So we're hoping a little bit of snow comes in. Throughout the day, consistent temperatures. We're going to see that snowfall probably start around the noon hour and go through the evening. The high today is going to be that 24 degrees, but again, we see about 4 o'clock is when that temperature is really going to warm up. Looking down at this I-70 corridor, temperatures are fairly consistent. Denver showing 46 degrees and some snowfall, 28 degrees in Vail, 33 in Avon, and then 38 degrees in Vail tonight. 12 degrees, 30% chance of snowfall. So we're going to see that snowfall taper off throughout the evening and see what happens tomorrow. Looking at mostly sunny, 36 degrees on Wednesday, and then Thursday is 44 degrees, full sun, and I think it's a break from that winter weather right now, because Friday and Saturday are going to be absolutely beautiful with that full sunshine. 48 degrees on Friday, Saturday is 53 degrees, and then 56 on Sunday. So with that weather change, we're going to need to look and see what kind of goggle package is going to be best. So we're going to shoot over to Lens of the Day after this message.
Good morning, Vail.
Live life to the fullest and relax with Simply Massage. With the lowest prices in the Vail Valley, there is something for everyone. We offer Swedish, deep tissue massages, neuromuscular, reflexology, and cupping. Treat yourself to aromatherapy with essential oils or CBD oils. We offer 60 or 90-minute packages. Go to simplymassage.com or call 970-748-1600 to book an appointment today.
Skiing is more dangerous than ever due to crowded slopes and people skiing faster than their abilities allow. Hi, this is Joseph Block, a ski injury attorney at Block & Chaplot. If another skier or snowboarder hits you from behind and injures you, you're entitled to monetary compensation. Remember, the downhill skier has the right of way. The uphill skier has the responsibility to avoid skiers below.
If you've been injured, you need to call an attorney to protect your rights. It's important to preserve the evidence immediately. Call Block & Chaplot today at 970-926-1700. We've been doing this for over 30 years and have collected millions of dollars of compensation for injured skiers and snowboarders.
Block and Chapleau has offices in the Vail Valley, Frisco, and Denver to serve you. Your case is our priority.
If you've been injured in an automobile or ski collision, call us today at 970-926-1700 to speak to an attorney, or go to vailjustice.com.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Good morning, Vail.
Lens of the Day is brought to you by Eyepieces of Vail and Goggle Bar, serving the Vail Valley for over 30 years.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Like we were talking about during the weather, there's a lot of changes going on with some snow coming in, partly sunny, and then that full sun, beautiful weekend that we've got planned coming up for you. Well, you need to know what eyewear to take out. And Eyepieces of Vail has a great selection of different goggles, different lens combinations that are going to work for you. What you need to do is just stop in. They've got 6 convenient locations around the Vail Valley, so you've got to get in, check out their store. Not only goggles, they've got regular eyewear. They actually have someone, an optometrist, that can come in and do your prescription in the store on certain days. So get in there, check it out. They can hook you up with a great system. Today, we're going to talk about the Smith 4D Mag. Now, this is an amazing system. I really like it. It gives you a full peripheral, both up and down, side to side, with a very unique lens that they've got going on. If you take a close look, you can see how the bottom of this lens is rounded, so you're not cut off in your visibility that you have going on. It allows that curve to go down to add more visibility, and they're saying probably 25 to 30% more visibility with this goggle, the way it wraps around, and then with the curvature of the lens. But the unique thing about this is, again, the way the system changes out. It's a magnetic system. It's as easy as popping one lens out and putting the other lens right back in. So when you're out on the mountain and you're skiing and you don't want to have to carry 2 goggles or worry about guessing which lens is going to be best for the day as the weather changes, this is a perfect system for you. It's got the carrying bag, so if you throw your goggles in your boot bag like I do, it's got a great protective case to keep them snug and secure. But the thing that goes into the lens itself is a system called Chromapop. And what that is it highlights that terrain. So if there's imperfections in the snow, some changes in terrain, it really amplifies the visibility so you see all that, because vision is precision when you're skiing. So when you're out there, this is a great system to try out, but Eyepieces has several different things to choose from. You want to find the one that fits best for your skiing or riding. So those professionals there at Eyepieces of Vail, if you want to check out their website, it's eyepiecesofvail.com, and they can hook you up on some great system that's going to help you out, whether après ski and you want to look cool on the slopes, or if you want something that really works good in changing weather. Now, when we come back, we're going to look into the community so you're in the know before you go on the go on some things that are happening. We'll be right back.
We're really excited to introduce you to TV8's newest on-air segment. It's called the TV8 Visitors Bureau, and what that does is it helps you navigate getting around town from point A to point B, or find the restaurant you want to go to, or maybe even give you tips on where you should go for what kind of meal you're looking for. And right now we're here at the Avon Transit Center, where we're going to be giving you information on which bus you should catch depending on where you want to go, because there's a red line, a blue line, a skier and restaurant shuttle, and so there's a lot of information here. If you're staying down in Avon, the Avon Skier Shuttle will pick you up at so many great locations and get you up to Beaver Creek Mountain for you to enjoy skiing and riding up there. And the bus comes every 15 minutes to each stop, so therefore you can get to the mountain very quickly and efficiently. You can go to avon.org for more information and the entire bus schedule. Now, the Ecobus is an inter-county bus that can take you from Eagle to Vail and anywhere in between. Whether you're looking to go to Minturn or Eagle Vail, this is the bus that's going to get you from point A to point B. And for more information on that, you'll go to eaglecounty.us to see exactly the bus schedule that's taking place there. That's going to do it for this edition of the TV8 Visitors Bureau. I hope it helps you get from point A to point B, and it helps you navigate the bus system here in Avon just a little bit. We'll be back with more after this.
Good morning, Vail.
In the heart of the Vail Village, on the corner of One Willow Bridge Road, across from Solaris, is Lamina Jewelry. We have one of the largest selections of designer, fine, and fashion jewelry in the Vail Valley. In addition to our unique and one-of-a-kind jewelry pieces, we have museum-quality fossils and minerals that you truly have to see to believe. We pride ourselves on our customer service and knowledge of your pieces. Come in as a customer, leave as a friend.
Aches and pains from skiing? Trouble sleeping? Hi, I'm Eric, founder of Amari. We provide effective, fast-acting, great-tasting, plant-based products designed to help you get out there day after day and maximize your fun on vacation by reducing inflammation, improving joint comfort and health, and supporting sleep. We come in single-serving packets that you just mix with water, or we've got great recipes for recovery cocktails, breakfast smoothies, bedtime teas, and mocktails, as well as recovery tips on our website. You can find us at local retailers in the Vail Valley.
Hi, my name is Tegan Davis with the Eagle Valley Library District, inviting you to get a library card at any of our branches, Avon, Eagle, or Gypsum Public Libraries. If you're a visitor, a full-time resident, or just here for work, you can get a library card just by stopping in and bringing your photo ID. With your library card, you can check out anything in our libraries as well as our online collection. For more information, please visit evld.org.
Good morning, Vail.
There are always so many great things taking place in our community, and we like to tell you about them so you know what to do with all of your time that you're spending here in the place that we all know and love.
Yeah, the problem is trying to decide what you're going to do because there's so many things happening. I know this week there's layers on top of layers of amazing activities to take part in. So you've got to just see what's going to suit you best and what you're most interested in. And I know a couple of them, they record them so you can go back and watch later.
Yes, one of them that's taking place today that we do want to touch on with the Red Ribbon Project is free HIV testing. And this is really important that everyone, if you're not positive that you're negative, it's important that you go and you participate. Just that way, it's easy for you to know what's happening with your body, because this is one of those things that's really hard to deal with. And so it's better to know that you have support here in our community, and we want to thank the Red Ribbon Project for doing that. So today at Doctors on Call from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., you can get free HIV testing. It's a finger prick, a 20-minute wait, and then you have your results.
Yeah, right here in Avon, and I love the tagline. If you're not positive, you're negative.
Yeah.
So, great thing to do.
Yes. That's just one of the many things that our community does to make sure everyone is happy, healthy, and safe. But now we're going to switch gears a little bit and go to entertainment and fun. And so the Vlad Performing Arts Center always has so many great things happening.
They do, and all their different performances, like we've talked many, many times before, it's an intimate setting. You've got classical music, you've got comedy, you've got classic rock, you've got a plethora of things going on. And so they've got the classical series coming up on Thursday, the 24th, with Sonia Yonkeva. And she is from Bulgaria. She's an opera singer. And she does a lot of different things in the action and the things. She's going to have a pianist with her, so she's going to be singing with the pianist. But she is absolutely amazing, from Bulgaria. puts on a great show, and her music is absolutely mesmerizing. Then,
Did you know she only has 2 stops in the U.S.?
I did. Yeah, she does a lot of stuff at the Met, so
Yes.
the Metropolitan Theater.
So she's only stopping at the Met and right here at our very own Vail Performing Arts Center. How
Yes.
incredible.
That's a great opportunity to see a world-class singer like this.
Yes.
And then moving into Saturday, the 26th, I love my blues.
Yep.
Love Buddy Guy. He's one of my favorites. I got to spend his 80th birthday with him. But coming in on Saturday is Taj Mahal. This legend of blues is absolutely amazing to listen to. He's a lot of fun. He storytells, he sings, he's got a great stage presence, and like I said, absolutely legendary when it comes to jazz. So get out there and see Taj Mahal. Just going to be a great show. And again, that Vail Performing Arts Center is absolutely beautiful with its intimate setting, and the sound quality is amazing. That's why this opera is going to be incredible.
And there are limited tickets for both right now, so if you are interested in seeing either show, make sure you check out the website. It's vailpac.org. Now we're going to shift gears a little bit, make our way over to Vail, because they've got a bunch of really cool things taking place tomorrow night, starting tomorrow night. Through the Lens is a great series that's happening at the Colorado Snow Sports Museum and Hall of Fame, and they've been doing a lot of different things, and so for this edition on March 23rd, it's Winter Sports and Wildlife, talking about how they impact each other and how they work together, and how maybe the winter sports industry has done some damage to the wildlife and vice versa. So it's going to be a really fun event, and it's also being presented by a really incredible speaker from one of the colleges here in Colorado, so it's going to be a fun event.
Yeah, Rudy Hartman's going to be there putting this on. He's a professor at UC Denver, and talking about the Canadian lynx and how that kind of migrates up the Vail Pass, and how we kind of have to share the land with our wildlife. And if you've not seen one of those animals, they're beautiful, beautiful creatures.
Yes, and so that's going to be a really fun one. And then, of course, there's always something taking place with the Vail Symposium. So also on March 23rd at the Vail Interfaith Chapel, this is going to be a really fun and very informational program.
Yeah, a gentleman, he's got 37 Emmys, and he's 60 Minutes. He's been on 60 Minutes, I believe, since 2004, and his name is Scott Pelley, and he's going over values matter, and the truth is worth telling. And all this is about, it's about protecting our ability, our freedom of speech and the freedom of press, and talking about how he came up with all these stories and a little bit of the story behind some of the stories that brought him those 37 different Emmys.
Which is really incredible, and it's incredible to see him moving forward as we're in such a fragile state of the world right now. And he's going to be talking about how he would proceed with making new stories and how he's done it for his entire career, which is just going to be really fun because he's seen and done things that most of us can't even imagine.
Right, and it's that whole what's true and what's not in
Yes.
speech, and he's all about doing your research, finding out, be informed, and make sure you're out there listening and learning and enriching your lives so that you know exactly what's going on.
Yes. And then taking place in Vail over the weekend, this weekend, is the Vail Opera Spring Series. This is a really fun series, and this weekend has a special twist to it.
There's a lot going on there because they've got different things happening, whether it's music, whether it's entertainment of different kinds. So a lot of fun happening there on that schedule.
Do you know what this weekend is?
What is it, Maddie?
This weekend is the 80s themed party up on the mountain. And so this is going to be a really fun weekend, and especially with those warm temperatures that we're expecting to see, it's going to be so exciting to get up there and see people in their 80s outfits.
It's not just a fun time, but it's also great people watching as well.
It is great people watching, and we're lucky enough, we're going to be chatting with Jeremy Gross from the town of Vail tomorrow about all of the concert series and so much that they have to offer right now to the locals and the visitors coming in. So it's going to be fun.
And that weather is going to be perfect.
The weather is going to be perfect for après all weekend. So if you have not got out and soaked up that sunshine on your skis yet, this weekend is going to be the weekend to do it.
And don't forget your sunscreen. You got to get out there because the sun is very, very strong out here, and it's going to be in full force. So make sure you protect yourself. Get that sunscreen on and go party.
100%. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back from the break, we're going to talk all things Kevin's BMX career and kind of hear the history, the training, and the devotion that he's had for it for years. So stick around because you're not going to want to miss this.
morning, Vail.
Welcome to the one and only beautiful South Lake Tahoe. This penthouse is all about location, nestled in the heart of downtown, near the casinos and at the base of Heavenly Resort. This is the Opulent Minute. This open concept floor plan is perfect for entertaining family and friends. Opulent Vacations provides highly personalized experiences that go beyond what five-star hotels can provide with our concierge services. I'm here with Ted from Powder House. Tell us about your business.
We specialize in winter sports rentals like skis and snowboards, a lot of retail winter sports sales also, and we do boot fitting for ski boots and ski sales too to make sure you have the best time up on the mountain.
To make your reservation with Powder House, visit opulentvacations.com. With the best shopping, dining, and mountain activities right outside your door, this is the perfect location for an unforgettable trip to South Lake Tahoe. We'll see you next time on the Opulent Minute. Book now at opulentvacations.com.
Hi, I'm Lori Barnes, Director of Vail Public Library, and I invite you to join us here at our library to find materials in multiple formats, fiction, nonfiction, children's, periodicals. There's a plethora of materials here for you. The way you get that is through your library card. If you are visiting, living, working in the Vail Valley, you are welcome to have a library card. Simply come in with your photo ID and we will serve you and allow us to transform you at Vail Public Library.
My name's James and I've been in the market for mortgages several times over the years, so I've gone through the process with different people. And when I met Andrea, she explained to me why my current loans were subpar and how she could get better loans with better rates.
If I had to describe Andrea in one word, I think I would use the word passionate. She is very passionate about what she does and getting the right solutions for her clients, and that made her an absolute pleasure to work with.
Hi, I'm Andrea Cox. You can reach me at 435-631-9262. Call me, text me, or you can reach me at my website, andreacoxmortgage.com.
Good morning, Vail.
We've been talking about it since last week when Kevin departed to go do his very large adventure of BMX biking. And Kevin, I think that you should start with the history of your BMX biking because you've been into it for so long.
Start at the beginning. So I started when I was 12 years old, and we had we lived in the middle of nowhere, a little town called Monticello, Indiana. And it's a long, drawn-out story how I first got involved in it because I was cleaning a local gym to get a free membership when I was 12 years old. And then it changed over to a motorcycle shop, and I got to know the guy, and he started telling me he said, you ride your bike everywhere you go. Why don't you get into BMX? And I was like, well, I didn't really hear about it. And so he brought a magazine called BMX Plus, which was the magazine back in the 80s. Now, the BMX actually got started around 1978, 1979. And was really big out in California. And so I went home and told my mom and dad, and they go, you're crazy. You don't even have a bike. And so I went to a junkyard and I started putting together this bike and sawing pieces off of a regular bike to make what I thought looked like a BMX bike. And so that's how I got started. In my first race, I went out and I think I got a third place trophy and came home and was excited. And then the rest was somewhat history. I went and bought my first BMX bike at a place called Bickle's Bicycles. It was a Schwinn 3636, and bought that bike and started racing a couple nearby local races. And it was very fortuitous what happened next to me is there was a company called Shimano that makes a lot of bicycle parts and a bicycle manufacturer called Mongoose. And they sent two of their top riders out across the United States to do clinics to kind of get kids into the experience of bicycle motocross, introduce them into the sport. And they were heading through our town, and it was a guy named Bobby Encinas, and Bobby was the #1 pro in the world, raced for Shimano, and then Brett Allen raced, I think he was 17 expert, he ended up being a big pro, and they were coming through town. Brett was with Mongoose, and when they were coming through our town, the Mongoose Suburban they were driving broke down, they blew the engine. And so my dad had this little camper, this little Toyota camper, and he told the guys, if you want, you can just stay with us and use the camper to finish all the clinics. So they stayed at our house for almost a month.
Wow.
And I toured around with them and did these other clinics. And Mongoose was very appreciative when they left. I mean, we were obviously very close after traveling around a month together. Mongoose ended up sending me a bunch of bikes. They sent me like 4 or 5 bikes. And so I got to upgrade on my bikes and then started doing the national series, got a sponsor, had Oakley Vans, a company called Klim Twin that made cranks, and just started doing the national series at that point. And then did the World Championship back, I think it was 86, and that was my first big win. And then took a little bit of time off after I turned pro and retired 33 years. So the photo that's up there right now is me at age 16.
This is one of my favorite pictures.
Yeah. And so that was after I'd won, I think, the World Championship in that race. And it took 33 years off. And I had some kids, three boys, Austin, Adam, and Luke. And then Adam and Luke wanted to start racing. I tried to get them in for so long.
Yeah.
And they go, no, Dad, we don't know. And then all of a sudden, what was it, 5-6 years ago, they go, Dad, we want to do that thing you used to do. And so I had some connections. We got them hooked up with some bikes. And they go, why don't you race with us? And so I started racing again with them. And back to where we're at right now. And COVID they canceled a lot of stuff, took a couple years off. The first UCI World Championship qualifier was in Phoenix 2 years ago that I raced at, had a good race there. And then the one here in North Carolina, I was actually slated to go to that, and it was canceled and just now rescheduled, so was able to get out there, podiumed 2 days, qualified for the USA team, so it looks like on the way to France at the end of July.
Which this isn't like a small challenge. This is a pretty big one, and here you are with your trophy, and congratulations on winning. But you're doing big things, and you're going to represent the U.S. when you go to France in July.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. I wanted to get back to France anyway, and this is now another great opportunity to go represent the United States at the World Championship. So very excited about this opportunity.
You also recently just had shoulder surgery.
Yeah, I took a year off because I had to have shoulder reconstruction. I had a crash in Dallas, Texas. And I broke my wrist, broke my arm, and tore up my shoulder real bad, so they had to do some reconstructive surgery. Dr. Eric Dorff at Vail Summit just got me put back together, some new parts put in, and this was my first race back. So it was a great race, had a good time, but now I have to get a little bit more serious about it.
So what are you going to do to train? That's always the big question.
It's riding the bike, getting back in the gym, trying to do some stuff in there, get some strength training going, but it's a lot of on the bike. And now in BMX, the difference between what it was pure raw power. You just rode hard. But now with the way the tracks are designed, it's a lot of finesse. The track that they had in Rock Hill, Carolina, was absolutely amazing. It was smooth, it was fast, it's a supercross track, which means the gate was extremely high when you come down. And but it's a lot of hitting the jumps and it's momentum. So it's out of the gate and a lot of smooth momentum to keep you going.
Who knew Kevin was such a man of many hats? Here he is, TV personality extravaganza and a BMX master.
Well, a master means old. That's kind of what it is. But we'll see what we can put together for France.
Kevin, thank you for sitting down and giving us all this great information. I love these stories, and those pictures came off of my cell phone from 2017 because they're my favorite.
As long as they're not your screensaver.
They're not my screensaver, but they do make me chuckle every time I look at them. You had so much hair then.
I know, I had a lot of hair. A lot of hair back then.
We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to take a look at that local weather forecast and that resort report to see exactly what condition both Vail and Beaver Creek are in.
Good morning, Vail.
Here at Sun & Ski Sports, we are all about helping you find the right gear for your best adventure. Come explore our selection of skis, snowboards, bikes, clothing, and footwear. Stop by our full-service shop to learn more about how we help keep your equipment at peak performance and our assortment of rentals. Remember, whatever your adventures may be, you can find all your gear here at Sun & Ski Sports. Call or visit us in Avon or Dillon or learn more at sunandski.com.
The mountains are a place for adventure and a space for renewal. Enjoy our cozy piece of the mountain. Relax and reset in total tranquility after any adventure. We offer therapeutic massage and restorative facials with some of the best remedies and techniques nature has to offer. Ask about our Hydrofacial MD facial system that uses patented technology to extract and infuse the skin. Our locally owned boutique spa is located inside the Highline Vail. Nourish your mind and body. Discover true Vail at Oprah Massage and Facials.
In the extraordinary, we're free to discover more together. Experience it for yourself this winter. Get your lift tickets today.
Welcome aboard! Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah, and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these two luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
Good morning, Vail.
A little bit more snow in the forecast for today. Temperatures first thing this morning slightly cooler, down into the low teens, 11 degrees. 28 is our high for today with a 50% chance of snow showers. Now, partly sunny skies when we first wake up this morning, and we're going to see that cloud coverage increase throughout the course of today. So as we take a look at Vail by the hour, you can see maybe a little bit of sunshine this morning and then a few snow showers, and then snow showers continuing throughout the afternoon. That high is going to take place between that 12 o'clock and 4 o'clock hour today. So if you are getting out there, just make sure you've got your sunscreen on this morning, but you're nice and bundled up for when that snow starts to fall later this afternoon. As we take a look at that I-70 corridor, temperatures down in Denver slightly warmer, but they're expecting some precipitation down there as well. 46 degrees in Denver with a 30% chance of moisture, 28 in Vail, 33 in Avon, and then 38 in Eagle, and kind of varying chances of precipitation throughout all of Eagle County right now. Then as we take a look into overnight tonight here in Vail, temperatures dropping down yet again down into the low double digits. 12 degrees is our overnight low, 30% chance of snowfall, mostly cloudy skies. But then as we take a look ahead into the next 5 days, mostly sunny skies tomorrow with a high of 36 degrees, 44 on Thursday, 48 on Friday. And now look at that weekend temperature up into the 50s. So it's going to be a great weekend to get out there, enjoy your spring skiing, enjoy all of the great activities taking place around the valley. And one that's really fun is up in Beaver Creek. Beaver Creek Extraordinaire presents Bloom. We want to thank them for bringing you this weather report this morning. If you want some more information on exactly what's happening up there, go to beavercreek.com/events for more information so you can plan your weekend with the family according. Now we're going to send it over to Kevin, who's going to give us a look at that resort report.
This resort report is brought to you by Sun and Ski Sports, your new mountain sports headquarters.
Thank you, Maddie. That spring break weather is coming in full force, and it's going to be an absolutely beautiful week to get out there and enjoy those mountains and see what's going on. If you look around town, you see a few bare spots, so we could use a little bit of snow to fill that in, but up on the mountain, it's absolutely amazing. Overnight, in the last 48 hours, Beaver Creek saw about an inch, a season total of 213 inches with a base depth of 65 inches. So there's quite a bit of snow still out there to provide that spring skiing that you want and love. 25 lifts open, 169 trails open. They've got 100% of the terrain open there at Beaver Creek, so there's a lot to get out and see and experience out there in Beaver Creek. Moving over to Vail, they haven't reported anything in the last 48 hours. 217 inches for the season total. That's a base depth right now of 64 inches. And looking at the lifts, 26 open, 267 trails open, and they're stuck at that 97% of their terrain open. But trust me, there's a lot to get out there and enjoy. Those back bowls are open, so get out there and crush a few of those. And hopefully with a little bit of that snow coming in, add a little bit of powder, a little bit of depth out there, and you'll have even more fun. That's it for the Resort Report. We'll be back soon with more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
Aches and pains from skiing, Trouble sleeping? Hi, I'm Eric, founder of Amari. We provide effective, fast-acting, great-tasting plant-based products designed to help you get out there day after day and maximize your fun on vacation by reducing inflammation, improving joint comfort and health, and supporting sleep. We come in single-serving packets that you just mix with water, or we've got great recipes for recovery cocktails, breakfast smoothies, bedtime teas, and mocktails, as well as recovery tips on our website. You can find us at local retailers in the Vail Valley.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
In the heart of the Vail Village, on the corner of One Willow Bridge Road, across from Solaris, is Lamina Jewelry. We have one of the largest selections of designer, fine, and fashion jewelry in the Vail Valley. In addition to our unique and one-of-a-kind jewelry pieces, we have museum-quality fossils and minerals that you truly have to see to believe. We pride ourselves on our customer service and knowledge of your pieces. Come in as a customer, leave as a friend.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Good morning, Vail.
There's always so many great things taking place around our valley, and we have so many people to be grateful for. And one place in particular is the Vail Public Library, as they do so much to make our community enriched and really come together. And I'm joined by Lori Barnes first thing this morning. Good morning, Lori.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you, and I love your use of the word enrich. That is a good word for us.
Yeah, I think so too. Whether you're just going to hang out and relax and get some work done in the beautiful fireside lounge, or whether you're looking to expand your horizons, you guys have so much to offer for everyone.
We do, and 7 days a week, online, in person, whatever you like, we're here for you. Our motto is join us. So join us at Vail Public Library.
Which is the perfect motto, and if you've not been yet, the ambiance of the Vail Public Library is so absolutely incredible that I think everyone should just go.
They really should, and we are making changes. In the next 2 months, we're on a mission to kind of spruce things up, mix things up a little bit, just kind of get ready for the new summer season that is coming. Spring is here, so here we go.
I know, we just celebrated the first official day of spring, and with spring comes getting so much closer to all of the great events taking place with One Book, One Valley, and really the big final wrap-up ceremony where everyone gets to meet Sandra Dallas herself.
That's right. And tomorrow evening is when we're bringing Eleanor Roosevelt to life at the library, in person, no reservation needed, no cost. Just please join us at 5:30 p.m. tomorrow.
Which this is going to be a really fun event to go to, bringing characters from history to life and really getting to dive into history and see exactly what was taking place, the thought process, and everything behind it is always so intriguing, but how fun that there's going to be a character of Eleanor Roosevelt.
Yes. So when she comes into the room, she will be Eleanor, and she'll interact with the audience, so we hope lots of people join us. We'll have the community room nicely set up, some light refreshments, and just enjoy Eleanor and get to hear her story of what it was like to be FDR's wife 80-some years ago, and at the time he signed Executive Order 9066 regarding the Japanese internment camps. That's what we're really anxious to hear about.
Yes, and especially with all of the things that are taking place right now, and Omachi itself becoming a national park, and there are big steps, big strides happening around us with all of this, and so it's really cool to see it from the history perspective and then the present perspective.
That's right, and it really ties it all together with this year's choice of Tallgrass as our title. And if you haven't picked up Tallgrass, it's not too late. And even if you just want to come down and meet Sandra Dallas and buy a book that evening at the finale event, that's going to be April 7th at CMC in person. It's going to be from 5 to 7 p.m. We'll have a little author meet and greet. There's Sandra. She's just been so delightful to work with. We're going to be interviewing her on KZYR this Thursday morning. Steve Lee and I are going to call her from the studio at 9 a.m. So for anybody who's watching this morning, you might want to listen in on Thursday morning at 9 on KZYR. But then you're being kind enough to interview her on April 6th when she arrives in the Valley. That's going to be nice.
Yes, we're excited to have her come into the studio and kind of hear her inspiration between Tall Grass and then the children's narrative of the book as well, only because it's really cool that she was able to write the story in a perspective for adults to comprehend it and then for children to comprehend it with such hard topics to talk about.
Definitely, definitely. And they're both great books. I've read them both. I know a lot of the people that are involved in One Book, One Valley have read both titles, and we just really love them. So that will be a fun conversation with Sandra.
It will be a really fun conversation, and if you don't want to buy the book, maybe your at-home library is getting too full, you can always rent the book from the library, and then there's a really nice convenient drop right there in Safeway that you guys have just reopened.
Absolutely, but before I tell you about that, we never use the word rent. We borrow.
We borrow.
We borrow, because there's no cost. There's never a cost to use the library. It's totally free. Just like the new Safeway book return.
Yes.
We brought it back. I mean, this has been something customers have been asking about. When is the book drop coming back at Safeway? So there is a picture, a little view of it. It's on the west side of Safeway, right where it used to be. But it's not the old silver box that we had for many, many years. And that was pulled out when COVID hit. And there's been this empty space just waiting next to the FedEx box for this to come back. So we had this cute little ribbon cutting a couple of weeks ago in the snow. It was a lot of fun just to get several of my staff members. We had Scott Robson, our current town manager, and Patty McKinney, our assistant town manager. Kevin Foley, one of our council members, cut the ribbon, and we opened it up. So it's ready to use, and the secret hasn't gotten out yet. So if you need to return materials to the library, even if it's not a Vail item, you can return any library's materials in that book drop, which is an added service because we're connected with libraries throughout the state. And that's the value of public libraries. We work together.
I didn't know that you could do a book drop from any library. That makes it so convenient, and especially for those moms that are on the go or the working people of the world who are just nonstop going and maybe can't make their way in. This makes it nice and convenient for them.
It really is. It really is. So please just bring your materials down. It doesn't matter if it's a DVD or an audio book or a book. You know, we'll be happy to get it where it belongs.
And if people are interested in attending the event tomorrow night, it's at the Vail Public Library in your community room. And what time does it start?
5:30.
And do people need to register online just to say that they're going to be there? Can they just show up?
Just show up. Please, just show up. I mean, this is like one of our first in-person events we've had in a long time. You know, a program as part of what we used to call evenings of engagement at the library, is to spend the evening at the library, engage in a program, have a little refreshments, meet some of your neighbors and friends. This is for visitors, locals, anybody. Come on down.
Lori, thank you so much for all the work that you put into making all of these events come to life. And that way people can feel like they're part of a bigger community than just the community that we see front-facing here in Eagle County.
Well, we're happy to. My staff and I really welcome customers at the library. We want people to engage with us and be enriched by us. So thank you.
Thank you for coming in and giving us all of this great information. And make sure that you check out the Vail Public Library and all of the great events that they have coming up. Because whether it's story time for the kiddos or it's something like getting to meet Eleanor Roosevelt, you're not going to want to miss it. The Vail Public Library has one of the best ambiances here in the Vail Valley. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to be introducing you to some very powerful women here in our community.
Good morning, Vail.
My name's James, and I've been in the market for mortgages several times over the years, so I've gone through the process with different people. And when I met Andrea, she explained to me why my current loans were subpar and how she could get better loans with better rates.
If I had to describe Andrea in one word, I think I would use the word passionate. She is very passionate about what she does and getting the right solutions for her clients, and that made her an absolute pleasure to work with.
Hi, I'm Andrea Cox. You can reach me at 435-631-9262. Call me, text me, or you can reach me at my website, andreacoxmortgage.com.
Finally, the vacation home you've dreamed of. This property features 8 luxurious bedrooms, an indoor pool and hot tub, and is minutes from Heavenly Resort. I'm Stephanie J. This is the Opulent Minute. The master overlooks the mountains and beautiful Lake Tahoe. Pour yourself a nightcap and cozy up by the enchanting double-sided fireplace. I'm here with Erica from Yummy Fixins. Tell us a little bit about your business.
We provide an in-home cooking service for all occasions. We work with our clients to customize menus using local and fresh ingredients and provide amazing customer service.
Opulent Vacations provides highly personalized experiences that go beyond what 5-star hotels can provide with our concierge services. End your day in one of the best features of this home, the indoor swimming pool and hot tub. This estate has everything you need for the ultimate vacation escape. We'll see you next time on the Opulent Minute. Book now at opulentvacations.com.
Daily Flash is a daily, live, upbeat, and fun take on today's news, entertainment, social media trends, and fresh talk, hosted by Mitch English and Patricia Wu. Find Daily Flash on TV8 Vail. Stream online at tv8vail.com or find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on 92.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. We always talk about the Valley is so physical and there's always stuff going on, and physical fitness is one of those things that we really concentrate on here in the Valley. But what's even more important, you can't have your physical fitness unless you have your mental fitness. And there's a lot that's been happening in the Valley lately that we really need to pay attention to. And whether it's suicide, depression, or a lot of other things, there's different organizations and different people that are around to help support and come up with solutions for that. Now, I'm sitting here next to Sam and Lindsay, who have done something very, very unique with the service industry in mental wellness. Ladies, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And thank you. It's incredible people like you that put things into perspective and not only identify a problem, identify a challenge, but then also come up with a solution on how to change what we're doing. So tell me a little bit about what you're doing. I'm looking at the agenda, and some events that you have going on are just amazing.
Yeah, well, Sam and I run 2 coffee shops, bars, restaurants, and we're kind of the epicenter of a lot of, not only hosting a lot of tourists or guests, but also our counterparts in the service industry. And we just, had a pretty tragic suicide last month, and we could feel our family hurting. We were all just kind of in a painful place trying to support one another, and then also saw that there was a little bit of an issue, and there's a little bit of a tendency in our industry to either self-medicate or have a drink after work, and it can just spiral where you don't have time to take care of yourself because you're getting off work late. You get up and you just grind again. So we needed something to support each other.
So we came up with an idea just to try to introduce our coworkers and peers in the industry to all of the resources that are available in the Valley, and also pair that with something that maybe takes their mind off of the pain. Or, we learned yesterday with Speak Up, Reach Out, like one of the best ways to manage stress is creative expression. And then we did an art class with Alpine Arts Center afterwards, so it was a perfect pairing. And we've had really great turnout so far. The first one we did was meant for managers and leaders, which was pretty not so entertaining, but very informative of all of the resources that are available and what each one offers. So going through a list of Hope Center, suicide crisis line, then financial aid assistance, and all of the different things that are available. And then that one we had 30 people show up, which one of the organizations said the most they've ever had for an initial session is 7.
Yeah.
So yesterday we had 20 people come, so it's been really, really great. The support from the community and also the interest of the people attending is awesome to see.
Yeah, we're a very small valley, and we were talking a little bit about, before we came on air here, about different ways when people are having issues, not only giving them the resources to go to, but giving them those creative outlets to look at another option that maybe benefits them in a more healthy way. Mm-hmm. And the art is absolutely incredible. I really like that because it's an expression, whether it's writing, whether it's painting, whether it's drawing, whether it's pottery. There's a lot of different things, and finding that niche, finding that thing that is really going to fit in with your lifestyle and make the changes that you need to make, identifying it and acknowledging it is the first part and the biggest part, but then looking at the other resources is the second. Now, so we talked a little bit about how you got involved, but your lineup is absolutely incredible. Looking at coffee cupping with color coffee roasters, bike maintenance, flower design, all great meditative things.
The local community really came together. I think that, one initial movement towards this, and everybody has really risen to the occasion. And again, we are so fortunate in our valley that there's so many incredible resources. You know what I mean? They needed something to rally around. They needed something to pull together, and Sam did a beautiful job kind of calling, but people really want this.
Yeah, and even though that you've got maybe alcohol that you serve in your bars, you do a lot of mocktail kind of things and other ways that someone can go out and enjoy a social event, because everything seems like here in the Valley is a social event and does include alcohol. But if you're not a drinker, this gives you other options to go out and have something that's non-alcoholic, kind of keep with your vision and your mission of yourself and your health and wellness, and to still be able to socialize and not feel left out.
Yeah, I think
the first week we did a shrub making, which is basically a vinegar and sugar-based infusion on any fruit you want in the world. But one of our bartenders led that session, and all the people were like, later that night, some of the girls came back in and they had mocktails with their dinner, which was so awesome to see, And on the service industry side, this is maybe bad to say in public, but a lot of times if you get non-drinkers at your table, you're like, ugh, I'm not going to make any money, blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, our non-alcoholic cocktails are $10 or $12 because we use turmeric and ginger root and this and that. So there is a way to sell it and still create a great guest experience. So we kind of talked about that. And then yesterday at the art class, an older gentleman who came, he said, he was like, this is honestly the first social activity I've done in 2 years that hasn't involved drinking.
Wow.
And, so that's awesome. If that's what we're inspiring, that people can come together and color, not drink, amazing.
Well, at the end of the day, if you're talking about going out and having a nice meal and doing a wine pairing, you're coming up with, it's got cherry notes. It's got a little wood to it. It's got different things, which are earthy characteristics that you can get from any shrub. So you're pairing with the meal, which can be done with something with or without alcohol.
Totally.
Yeah.
So, great job.
Thanks.
And so, getting a hold of you to find out what the heck is going on, how does someone do that?
We have a social media. It's called Vail Mental Wellness. We're trying to post everything, and it's a really cool, you can just see other resources, not just what we're doing. And then Sam has been emailing, and we've got a really
you're welcome to reach out to me personally if you'd like. My email is samantha@rootandflowervail.com, all spelled out. But the Vail Mental Wellness will hopefully keep that going after the series, just as a resource for anything. If we see that Alpine Arts Center is doing a pottery class, we can post that on there, because it is hard to follow every possible outlet and resource in the Valley and be active on it. Yep. So we kind of hope to be a homepage for that going forward.
Well, I think this is great what you've done, ladies, and thank you so much for filling in a need that's so just going to hit the Valley very, very hard and strong, and very much appreciated by people like myself. And I know there's a lot of people out there that are looking for ways to express their creative outlets, to get away from some of the things that maybe aren't healthy for them.
Thank you.
Well, we'll be in touch, and we're going to do some things together, and I can't wait to hear more about your venture. And again, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
We'll be back soon with more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
Coming up this season on Ready, Set, Renovate, real homeowners tackle really big renos.
Welcome to the ugliest house in the neighborhood.
It's a wild ride from before to after.
If we go to the tile store one more time, only one of us is coming out alive.
Well, I didn't know he was going to do all that.
Between the budget and the timeline, it's makeover madness.
In the extraordinary, we're free to discover more together. Experience it for yourself this winter. Get your lift tickets today.
Welcome aboard! Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Skiing is more dangerous than ever due to crowded slopes and people skiing faster than their abilities allow. Hi, this is Joseph Block, a ski injury attorney at Block & Chaplot. If another skier or snowboarder hits you from behind and injures you, you're entitled to monetary compensation. Remember, the downhill skier has the right of way. The uphill skier has a responsibility to avoid skiers below.
If you've been injured, you need to call an attorney to protect your rights. It's important to preserve the evidence immediately. Call Block & Chaplot today at 970-926-1700. We've been doing this for over 30 years and have collected millions of dollars of compensation for injured skiers and snowboarders.
Block & Chaplot has offices in the Vail Valley, Frisco, and Denver to serve you. Your case is our priority.
If you've been injured in an automobile or ski collision, call us today at 970-926-1700 to speak to an attorney or go to vailjustice.com.
Good morning, Vail.
It always goes so incredibly quickly, and what great information we've just received about our community.
It's incredible when we see people step up and, like Sam and Lindsay have done, to fill a need. They've been touched, obviously, with some suicides and some depression that have happened in the service industry, and to see them come alive and not sit by the sidelines, but get out there and take an active role. The events that they've scheduled are absolutely mesmerizing and are going to make an impact in the local community.
When I said that they were powerful women, I meant it in the full aspect of every corner of that word, only because they are, and here they are taking on this really hard topic to just make our community a little bit better, a little bit safer, and a little bit more accepting of what's taking place within people themselves, because it is a hard time of year for a lot of people.
It is. It's that hard season, the service industry. It's difficult to begin with. A lot of long hours. You're around alcohol. It drives the substance abuse sometimes. And so to see this is very heartwarming.
Yes, and then of course a huge thank you to Lori Barnes with all that she's done for One Book, One Valley. We hope all of you get out there and enjoy the snowfall that we're expecting today, because it's going to be a great day. And do your snow dance so that it accumulates a little bit more, but then soak up that sunshine as it's in the forecast for the weekend. Get out there and have a happy Tuesday, everyone.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place